Welcome back to the channel. I'm coming through with another video on this Saturday evening, and I'm going to give you guys my take on why relationships don't work today. And there's many reasons why relationships don't work today, and it's not like the generation that was here before we were here. It's not like relationships were perfect then either, because there was always issues with relationships in this life on planet Earth that we live. There was always problems with relationships. But as today, the world has changed. Society has changed. Things have changed. In general, the world's changing all the time. Things are going to be different in 1 year from right now. That's why we got to keep adapting to this world, because if you don't adapt to this crazy world we're living in, you're going to get left behind. And that's just how it is. So, my take on why relationships don't work today. The biggest reason, in my opinion, why relationships do not work today is because of social media. Would anybody like to argue with this? Because without social media, without cell phones, without all this stuff, we cannot find people like we can find people today. We can't just go out there and get a hold of these people. People are much easier to get up and leave because the world we're living in today with social media. We can get in contact with anybody we want to at any time if they're willing to answer us. It has never been more dangerous to date a good-looking girl in this generation. Why is this? If you got a good-looking girl on your hands and she's yours in this time being, if another guy's working his ass off and he surpasses you, he one-ups you, and this girl sees this, she has the power in her hands to message this dude, to start talking to this dude, to then leave you for another dude. You see what I'm saying? A lot of women in today's society like to use their looks to get them what they want. This is just a scenario that happens. I know this scenario happens. Did this happen to me? No, it did not. But does it happen to people? Yes, it does. Do I know people that's happened to? Yes, I do. I have got left before, but it wasn't for these reasons. I was with some psychopaths in my days. But I'm just saying this is one of the main things that happens today. These pretty little girls running around have options. They can do basically whatever they want to do, and it's always going to be that way. But without social media, without cell phones, it's not going to be so easy for them to leave you, because they can't get in contact, or they can't find these other people. They don't have access to seeing what everybody else is doing with their life. You see what I'm saying? That's why, in my opinion, social media is the #1 reason why relationships fail today. Even girls that have boyfriends. I know a lot of girls where I come from that have boyfriends. And you can tell that they don't even like them. They do not love them the way they say they do. They love maybe the way this guy makes him feel every now and then, but this girl always wants to be open to everything else out there. Always. And never think otherwise, because it is what it is. That's why, for everybody's own sake and well-being, everybody in their head should think this way. Because it's a dangerous world we're living in. It doesn't matter how much you like somebody, it doesn't matter how much you think somebody likes you. In your mind, you should always be single even if you have a partner, because things can change very, very fast. It doesn't mean you can never love this person, but just know in the back of your head that you have to know that things can happen. You don't have to live with that fear every day, but you have to tell yourself every now and then, you gotta remind yourself that things can happen. You shouldn't depend completely on somebody else for your happiness. You can't stop doing the things that you do as a person that makes you happy, because that's when you're gonna fall flat on your face. And if you stop doing the things that makes you happy, you stop being the person you really are that got you this girl or this guy in the first place. Now you're not even going to be yourself. Now they're really going to lose attraction. Because you're caught up into their world. You're caught up into serving their needs. When you put their needs before your own, you slowly start becoming somebody you're not, because you're serving them, you're not serving yourself. They slowly lose attraction as you slowly stop doing the things that made you you. That's why a lot of relationships fail as well. Before you know it, you lost yourself. This girl's like, damn, I don't even like this guy anymore. Because once you have a girl, or once you have a guy, you might stop doing the work that got you there. You can't do that. You can never stop being yourself. You can never think you have it made. You can't think this way financially. You can't think this way with relationships or anything else. Because you get complacent. You get caught up. You stop doing those things that got you to the dance. You got to keep playing. You got to keep fighting. If you want certain things in life, that's what you got to do. You have to stay focused. A lot of the people that are winning right now might not be winning in a couple years' time, maybe even a year's time, maybe even half a year's time. They might stop winning in 5 years from now. The people that could be losing right now could be the biggest winners we've ever seen in 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. This is how it works, right? Everybody has their moments. Everybody has their ups. Everybody has their downs. That's why you always got to stay focused, so you can have more ups than downs, because the downs are going to come. You're not going to be flawless your whole life. You're not going to have a perfect life for all your life. And it's just how it's going to be. Going back to social media for a second. In my opinion also, I just want to get this off my chest. I think the number one dangerous app going when it comes to social media is Snapchat. That's like the ultimate cheating app that there is. It's such a sneaky app. And you better watch out for those snap scores and all this bullshit, because then you'll know what you're dealing with whenever you're talking to somebody, right? It's a sneaky app. And a lot of these girls especially like to spend a lot of time on these apps. Even if a girl is in a relationship, she still needs to know where she stands amongst the alpha men out there. It doesn't matter that she's in a relationship. She's still gonna test the waters. She's still gonna talk to other guys. Just know that she's talking to other guys, because she is. You don't even have to cheat to cheat. You don't have to sexually cheat with somebody to really cheat. Cheating starts with sneaky conversations. That's what it starts with. Flirting and all this. The term cheating does not necessarily mean you're literally digging somebody out or you're bouncing on digging sticks. It's not necessarily what it means. I'm telling you guys right now, cheating starts with these little sneaky conversations. And then it escalates. And even before it escalates, it's still considered cheating because you're making those moves. You're making those moves. You have those intentions towards somebody else when you're supposed to be dedicated to the one you're with, right? You guys told each other this, you guys talked about this, and now things are going the opposite way for whatever reason. Me personally, I would never care. Let's say I'm in a relationship right now. Let's just say I'm in a relationship right now. I could care less if a girl comes or goes out of my life. That's where I'm at in my life. I could care less. They still come and go. You know? Things are either going to work out or they're not. She's either going to want to stay with you and ride with you, or she's not. And you might think in your head that you're talking to somebody right now and you really want this person badly that you're talking to right now. You might think in your head that nobody else better is going to come along. But it's not true. Because if somebody leaves, or if things just don't work out, maybe you discard this person. Maybe you had enough of this person, you just think to yourself, this can't work out. And you let this person know, and there's no hard feelings. Somebody else is going to come along that's better. There's no doubt about it. It always works this way. It always does. And you might have nobody in your life right now. You might be single as fuck right now because you need to be single as fuck right now for you and yourself. And you might not understand why in this moment. But you might have to dedicate some years and some time of your life to get yourself where you need to be for these things to actually come. If these are the things you actually want more than anything else, you might need to go through some tough years of your life to get yourself where you need to be. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Maybe you need to do some work physically on yourself. Maybe you need to hit the gym a little bit harder. Maybe things just need to come together a little bit more before everything else falls into place. Work needs to be done. Like, this game of self-improvement is no joke. The work that we have to put in is no joke. The work I put in so far in my life is no fucking joke. I stopped partying at the perfect time and got super dedicated and been on this path ever since. The ups and the downs. Crazy. It's been crazy. And honestly, I wouldn't change it for anything. There was things I thought I wanted during this 6 period time on this mission that I'm on. There's certain things that I thought I wanted in between this time that I did not get, that now I can see why I didn't get these things. You can't see clearly like you think you can right now, maybe. It might take you time to see clearly, and when you do, you're going to say, oh shit, now I see. Now I see why. And this is how life is. You don't always get what you want, but you will be given what you need. Always remember that. And things will come. You have to stay tough. You have to stay on your track no matter how hard it is. There was times in my life for like over a year straight where it was just like completely devastating times where you bring yourself down to a whole different level. Like you have to like drop off the face of the planet of the earth, it feels like, and completely humble yourself and completely recreate yourself from the very bottom. Crazy things happen. There's crazy things that you need to do sometimes to get yourself to where you know you need to be. Other reasons why relationships won't work. There's just so many. I named the top ones why I don't think relationships work. There could be a part 2 to this video, but I think I pretty much wrapped that all up in this video. Anything else? If you guys have any comments, go in the comments section why you guys think relationships don't work nowadays. I'd like to hear your guys' opinion, but I think I named the very top reasons why. So let's hear it in the comment section, guys. Whatever you guys think. If you guys been through something that makes you think otherwise, if you guys have any other opinions, let's hear it. So I'm going to cut this video off short now. I'll probably be back tomorrow on Sunday to do another video. And if not, I'm going to on Monday 100%. But I think I'm going to get a video tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. Until next time. Peace.